A reading from the book of Proverbs, number 26. Praise for a fool is out of place, like snow in summer or rain at harvest time. Curses cannot hurt you unless you deserve them. They are like birds that fly by and never light. You have to whip a horse, you have to bridle a donkey, and you have to beat a fool. If you answer a silly question, you are just as silly as the person who asked it. Give a silly answer to a silly question, and the one who asked it will realize that he's not as smart as he thinks. If you let a fool deliver a message, you might as well cut off your own feet. You are asking for trouble. A fool can use a proverb about as well as crippled people can use their legs. Praising someone who is stupid makes as much sense as tying a stone in a sling. A fool quoting a wise saying reminds you of a drunk trying to pick a thorn out of his hand. An employer who hires any fool that comes along is only hurting everybody concerned. A fool doing some stupid thing a second time is like a dog going back to its vomit. The most stupid fool is better off than those who think they are wise when they are not. Why don't lazy people ever get out of the house? What are they afraid of? Lions? Lazy people turn over in bed. They get no farther than a door swinging on its hinges. Some people are too lazy to put food in their own mouths. A lazy person will think he is smarter than 7 men who can give good reasons for their opinions. Getting involved in an argument that is none of your business is like going down the street and grabbing a dog by the ears. Someone who tricks someone else and then claims that he was only joking is like a crazy person playing with a deadly weapon. Without wood, a fire goes out. Without gossip, quarreling stops. Charcoal keeps the embers glowing. Wood keeps the fire burning. And troublemakers keep arguments alive. Gossip is so tasty. How we love to swallow it. Insincere talk that hides what you are really thinking is like a fine glaze on a cheap clay pot. A hypocrite hides hate behind flattering words. They may sound fine, but don't believe him because his heart is filled to the brim with hate. He may disguise his hatred, but everyone will see the evil things he does. People who set traps for others get caught themselves. People who start landslides get crushed. You have to hate someone to want to hurt him with lies. Insincere talk brings nothing but ruin. The word of the Lord. A reading from the book of Proverbs, number 27. Never boast about tomorrow. You don't know what will happen between now and then. Let other people praise you, even strangers. Never do it yourself. The weight of stone and sand is nothing compared to the trouble that stupidity can cause. Anger is cruel and destructive, but it is nothing compared to jealousy. Better to correct someone openly than to let him think you don't care for him at all. Friends mean well even when they hurt you, but when an enemy puts his arm around your shoulder, watch out. When you are full, you will refuse honey, but when you are hungry, even bitter food tastes sweet. Anyone away from home is like a bird away from its nest. Perfume and fragrant oils make you feel happier, but trouble shatters your peace of mind. Do not forget your friends or your father's friends. If you are in trouble, don't ask a relative for help. A nearby neighbor can help you more than relatives who are far away. Be wise, my child, and I will be happy. I will have an answer for anyone who criticizes me. Sensible people will see trouble coming and avoid it, but an unthinking person will walk right into it and regret it later. Any people stupid enough to promise to be responsible for a stranger's debts deserve to have their own property held to guarantee payment. You might as well curse your friends as wake them up early in the morning with a loud greeting. A nagging wife is like water going drip, drip, drip on a rainy day. How can you keep her quiet? Have you ever tried to stop the wind or ever tried to hold a handful of oil? People learn from one another just as iron sharpens iron. Take care of a fig tree and you will have figs to eat. Servants who take care of their master will be honored. It is your own face that you see reflected in the water, and it is your own self that you see in your heart. Human desires are like the world of the dead. There is always room for more. Fire tests gold and silver. A person's reputation can also be tested. Even if you beat fools half to death, you still can't beat their foolishness out of them. Look after your sheep and cattle as carefully as you can, because wealth is not permanent. Not even nations last forever. You cut the hay and then cut the grass on the hillsides while the next crop of hay is growing. You can make clothes from the wool of your sheep and buy land with the money you get from selling some of your goats. The rest of the goats will provide milk for you and your family and for your servant women as well. The word of the Lord.